The river Ganges, also called the Ganga River, is one of the most iconic and sacred rivers in the world. Unfortunately, it is also one of the most dirty, filthy, and polluted rivers in the world, spanning about 2,500 kilometers. It is the longest river in India and holds a central place in the culture, religion, and history of the Indian subcontinent. With its source in the great glaciers of the Himalayas, it descends through the northern plains, flowing into Bangladesh, where it eventually empties into the Bay of Bengal. Just last week, there was a government report that said the waters of the Ganges and Yamuna rivers had alarming levels of untreated sewage and bacteria found in human and animal waste. Yet the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh has rejected this and insisted that it was not only fit for bathing, but also for performing Achman, the Hindu ritual of drinking a handful of water after bathing. Hindus believe that taking a dip in the Sangam, that's the meeting point of the Ganges and Yamuna rivers, will purge them of sins, cleanse their souls, and help them reach salvation. It may cleanse their souls, but it definitely will not cleanse their bodies. Hundreds of millions of Hindus have traveled to bathe in the Sangam since the 13th of January. This is because of a festival called Kumbh Mela, a holy Hindu festival held once every 12 years. Authorities estimate that 565 million people have already bathed in the waters. The government report highlighted that coliform bacteria levels in the Ganges were 1,400 times higher than the acceptable limit, and in the Yamuna they were 600 times higher. So, what is coliform bacteria? It is a bacteria found in untreated sewage and feces. You may have heard of E. coli, which is the most popular coliform bacteria. Coliform levels are used as an indicator for the safety and hygiene levels of water. See the problem? Hundreds of millions of people bathing in a river with 1,400 times the acceptable levels of fecal bacteria. It's a recipe for disaster. Please take a second to subscribe if you are enjoying this video. So why did Chief Minister Adityanath deny the report and claim it was wrong? He insisted that the government was monitoring water quality in the rivers and accused the opposition of running a false campaign to attack the Kumbh Mela festival. This sounds like him using religion to hide behind the failures of his government, deflecting and blaming the opposition for attacking Hinduism when all they want is to not bathe in a river of human waste and sewage. Sounds a lot like the terminally online Hindutva Indian netizens who shout about how great India is, how bad every other country is, and cry racism when people respond with facts and figures. This government failure is not just a hygiene problem, it is part of a wider health and safety problem. Earlier this year, near the start of the festival, there was a stampede near the Sangam which resulted in 30 deaths. In February, there was another crush in the New Delhi train station which resulted in 18 deaths. I already made a video covering these tragedies, so I won't talk any more about them, but it is a symbol of a government failure in health and safety measures. This situation covered by this government report is just a symptom of a wider disease that plagues India, especially the north. A disease of broken infrastructure, poverty, low education and public awareness. It is well known that public bathrooms are almost non-existent in India. So many videos of people defecating on the streets, on the beaches, in the fields and near railway tracks. There's also a lack of proper sewage and waste management systems. In urban areas, the improper disposal of household waste, plastic and industrial effluents leads to contamination of water bodies and public areas. While cities like Delhi and Mumbai strive to maintain waste management systems, they are often overwhelmed by the sheer volume of waste, and illegal dumping continues to be rampant in slum areas. The low education and public awareness is also obvious to outsiders, as we see many street vendors rubbing their armpits or coughing directly into the food they serve. What are the consequences of this poor hygiene? For one, public health crises such as outbreaks of cholera, dysentery and typhoid, which are all preventable through better sanitation practices. The economic impact is also massive due to healthcare costs and lost productivity. Lastly, there is a social stigma that plagues Indians and their hygiene. It is unfair and sad that most Indians are painted by this brush, but that's just what many people see. So what is being done to tackle this? The Indian government has taken several initiatives to improve sanitation and hygiene in the country. One notable initiative is the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, or the Clean India Mission, launched in 2014, which aimed to eliminate open defecation by constructing toilets in rural and urban areas. The government has also made efforts to increase public awareness through media campaigns and educational programs. However, the implementation of these programs has often been slow, and their effectiveness has been limited by the lack of proper infrastructure and enforcement mechanisms. It has been over 10 years since this initiative started, yet we still see lots of videos of Indians defecating in public and street vendors being dirty while cooking food. I fear that India will be stuck in this dirty puddle for years to come, especially under Modi and the BJP, who are ruled by religious nuts and nationalists. If you like this video, then please like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.